Storytime with Me TV, where books come alive. Early one spring morning, Bella wandered through the woods behind her house. The air smelled like damp leaves and new flowers. Bella loved quiet walks, where birds chirped gently and little breezes tickled her cheeks. As she stepped into a small clearing, something caught her eye. A tiny sapling stood all alone in the sunlight, its tender leaves just waking up. Bella crouched beside it, tilting her head in wonder. "Hello," she whispered. "Are you lonely out here?" The tree, of course, didn't answer, but Bella thought she felt a warm hush in the air, like it was listening. Each day, Bella returned with a little watering can. She'd pour water around the sapling's roots, hum soft songs, and sometimes even read it her favorite storybooks. One afternoon, a chipmunk peeked from behind a log. He watched Bella pour water and whisper to the sapling. Bella smiled and waved. The chipmunk blinked, then scurried closer. "Do you want to be friends too?" Bella asked. The chipmunk twitched his whiskers and climbed onto a nearby rock. Bella giggled. It felt like a yes. More friends came each day. A bluebird landed in the branches. A gentle fawn stepped softly from the trees. Bella shared her snacks and stories with everyone. The sapling seemed happier too. Its leaves unfurled wider, and its little trunk grew stronger. Bella noticed the difference and felt proud. "You're growing," she whispered. One rainy day, Bella worried. What if they don't come today? She slipped on her boots and ran through the puddles, carrying a blanket for the tree. To her surprise, the chipmunk was already there, curled under a dry leaf. The bird chirped from a nearby branch. Even the fawn was nibbling wet grass nearby. Bella sat beside the tree, damp but smiling. "I guess real friends come rain or shine," she said softly, tucking the blanket around the sapling's base. By summer, the clearing had changed. Wildflowers danced all around, and the sapling was now a small tree with leafy arms that reached for the sky. Bella brought a little ribbon and tied it gently around the trunk. "You're not alone anymore," she whispered. "You have us." The animals gathered as Bella told her favorite story. The breeze fluttered the pages, and the tree's leaves rustled softly, like they were listening too. Sometimes Bella still felt shy in big groups, but in the forest, among friends, she felt strong and seen. Her heart felt like the sunshine in the clearing. She made a little sign and stuck it into the ground. The friendship tree. Below it, she drew little pictures of her forest friends. Other children noticed the sign. They came to see the tree, and Bella showed them how to be gentle and kind with the forest friends. Together, they played quiet games, listened to birdsong, and sometimes just sat and smiled at the tree, feeling its quiet strength. Bella no longer walked the woods alone, and the tree never stood alone either. Friendship had grown in the stillness, slow and sure. One evening, Bella looked up at the branches, now glowing golden in the sunset. "Thank you," she said, "for helping me grow, too." The chipmunk chattered, the bird fluttered, the fawn nestled beside her, and Bella knew this was home, not just a place, but a feeling. She lay back in the grass, hands behind her head, and watched the sky change colors. Everything was peaceful, everything was right, and as stars began to twinkle, Bella whispered, "I'll always come back, because love grows here." Friendship, like a tree, takes time, care, and gentle kindness to grow. But when it does, it becomes something strong and beautiful. Theo plus or minus affirmation. I can grow love by being kind and gentle, just like Bella.